guys, how's it going? Happy Tuesday, Tip Tuesday. Carrie coming at you live here. I'm a little bit early, but I do have a training to hop onto at 2 p.m. And I wanted to make sure I brought you guys some tips, some value. I really want to stick with this going into the fall and going into the new year. That way, we're always learning, right? We're always learning new things. I'm going to not only do it myself, I'm looking to bring people on for you guys so that you can learn from other leaders, other people that are killing it in their business. So today we're going to talk about planning, creating your content so you don't feel like you have to constantly always be thinking in the moment and looking for things to post and stuff like that. So I'm going to give you my quick tips, not going to be longer than 15 or 20 minutes. If you guys ever want to screenshot anything I share or take some notes or drop some stuff in the comments to remind yourself, that is amazing as well. So here we go. I'm going to dive right in. I'm going to share my screen because I do want to show you in the team page, you guys have, and this is going to be the video on the team page, I think. So you guys have access to exactly what I'm going to share with you guys today in our Hustlers page for you. It's broken down. And I always preach about running this business in an hour a day. You guys, when I started this, I was teaching full time and I was working this business in about an hour a day. It depended on how fast I wanted to scale or how much time I had, but for the most part, it was an hour. So I'm going to show you when you go to our team page, Hustlers with Heart, and you go to the guides and you scroll down. So in the first guide, that's always where you find all the welcome material. The second guide is all of the material for getting your first post up and running. Then when you run out of those warm leads, the third guide is for spoons and getting referral posts, which we always incentivize. Then the fourth guide is where I'm directing your attention today. That is running this business with the daily IPAs. So if you guys have never heard the expression IPA, it means income producing activity. So you have to do some sort of income producing activity on a daily basis if you want your business to continue to grow. And there are many activities to choose from. But in this unit, we have an entire training that Marina did on 333ing, which is amazing. It's right here broken down. That's if you want to really go out and start engaging with people, build your audience. I'm not going to get into that right now, but I would be more than happy to expand on that one day. There's also a DMO, and that stands for Daily Method of Operation, that we put together, some of the leaders in Hustlers, to just give you guys, and listen, I don't expect you to do all these things on a daily basis, but it just gives you things to jog your memory, activities that you can do. That's there. This is more like a full-time DMO, like somebody that's running this business and they really want to create that freedom income. But Bryn's Power Hour, if you guys have never seen this, this is what we do on Thursday nights as a group. So every Thursday at 8 p.m., you guys can tune in and do it with us. That's the activities that we do to run our business in an hour a day. Bryn, also, there's a training here. So I'm kind of showing you guys the tools and resources are here. I don't expect you to do everything in an entire day, but if you're ever sitting around and you're like, I really want to dive in, I want to learn some stuff, it's here for you. Her trackers here. But today, what I want to show you guys is if you scroll down and look at the Power Hour PowerPoint that I made for myself, actually, and I shared it into the team page. I made this 2 years ago. I took notes off of Bryn's video and I turned it into a PowerPoint. But on here, I have broken down from what Bryn shared a Sunday Power Hour planning your content for the week. So let's face it, if we want to get ahead of the game, you have to definitely sit down and plan ahead, right? So this could be for your life. It doesn't just have to be Modere business. We could be talking about planning your meals for the week, planning your routine for the week, planning your schedule with your kids for the week. If you want to be effective and get the most done, planning is going to help. So on here, and again, Bryn shared this in that video. I just took notes, but she had it laid out where you could sit down on a Sunday and essentially plan ahead your content for the week. So these were the things that she talked about on there, and I absolutely love them. And it's kind of what I've implemented in my own social media sharing, because let's face it, guys, we can't always push content out, you have to also pull from your audience. So you have to like push out some value, ask them some questions, share some vulnerability about your life, do like a fill in the blank or a this or that. So it's constantly like ebb and flow. You get like a good rhythm going. Your audience looks forward to the stuff that you're sharing. So on here, this is what she had shared. Each week, you want to aim to do like 2 or 3 posts that talk about struggles in your life. And they could be talking of, you want to show your audience that you're a human, right? That you are relatable. You don't always want to just show the highlight reel. You want to let your audience know that you're struggling with anxiety sometimes. You're struggling with getting into a routine. You're struggling with your health and wellness goals, because that's how they're going to relate. That makes you relatable, right? So whenever you can do posts that talk about struggles that you have even with your kids, with your relationship, whatever you feel comfortable sharing, it's going to get people engaging and again, relating to you as a human and not just looking at you as like this unattainable superstar status that they don't relate to. So doing like 2 or 3 of them a week. And if you guys want to screenshot this, I'm going to show you a chart that's in this file as well that you can sit down and like plan some of it out. So doing that, you can do these in your stories as well. 2 to 3, and this is huge, value posts. You want to give your audience value. And for me, when I started this business, I was like, well, I don't know what I provide value on. So this is what I'm going to ask you to ask yourself. If you went out and were hanging out with a bunch of girlfriends, or you were sitting at your place of employment talking with your coworkers, what is something 2 to 3 topics that you feel comfortable talking about? That's what you could provide value to your audience. So for me, it was always like meal prepping, salads in a jar, intermittent fasting, talking about getting into a healthy routine. That's me, but that might not be you. Your value might be something totally unrelated to anything I understand. Makeup, oh my gosh, I stink with makeup, but there are so many of you that are like artists with makeup that you could provide value to your audience, teaching them. Think of value like tips and tricks. What can you give your audience tips and tricks for that they're going to keep visiting your Facebook page or your Instagram page or your TikTok because you're sharing that material? It could be getting into a routine. It could be homeschooling. Like, think big, big picture. Then 2 to 3 times a week. And again, I'm going to share a document to show you guys how you can break this down for yourself. Entertain them. Entertain your audience 2 to 3 times a week. It could be something goofy that happened with your kids, something that your husband said to you. Anything, something that happened that's going to like entertain people and make them feel something, make them feel an emotion to like laugh or be like, oh my gosh, I've been there. That's happened to me. Does that make sense? 2 to 3 times a week, you definitely want to just share life, like you having fun with your kids, you out at the pumpkin patch this fall, you shopping on the weekend, going to the beach, seeing sunset, just normal social media stuff, right? And then I'm going to be 100% honest. I would not share Mo Dare on your newsfeed more than 2 times a week. I do it typically 1 time now, but I would say for the newbies, 2 times is totally fine. And even then, it's not going to be like a direct in your face, like, this is what I'm using. It's more going to be like, hey, I started drinking this energy drink. You know, I was kind of skeptical if I would feel anything, but I gotta say, and I'm holding water. I gotta say, man, like ever since I've been drinking this, like I've been getting through my afternoons. I've been cleaning my house, getting all the things done. So again, creating that like curiosity. So it gets people asking, well, what is that energy drink? What is on that spoon? What is in that shot glass of the collagen that's, you know, helping your hair, your skin, and your nails? And then 1 time a week, you could totally do, if you're comfortable with it, the business. How is the business changing your life? What is it like getting daily pay? What are you able to pay for with the daily pay? Can you fill your gas tank? Were you able to take your kids back to school shopping? Things like that that are going to get people like wondering and thinking like, is this something like I could see myself doing? Here's Bob Barker. So when you scroll through this document, there's a bunch of things, and you could totally plan out story sequences and things like that if you want to go that in depth. I don't plan out my story sequences, but I do think ahead with my posts 100%. So when you go through to the end of this document, this is a little sheet that I created. I should probably update this and make it much prettier, but this is the Power Hour planning session that you would do on a Sunday with the posts that I was just talking about. So at the top of the sheet, there are all the posts. So you have value post, you have an entertainment post, you have a vulnerability post, and you're just going to plug it in on those lines. So my best tips for you guys, as far as planning and posting, are this. I highly recommend getting into a routine of posting no more than 2 times a day, because that's just the way the algorithm works. If you get on your Facebook and you post, especially with the way Facebook's been lately, nobody's going to see your stuff. So you're almost like over posting and sharing material for like no purpose. And I mean, again, you do what you want. Everybody's different, but if you want to like scale this business, grow this business, build an audience, these are just my best tips. So I would say no more than 2 times a day. Also, best times to post are going to be first thing in the morning. So like, before people get to work, 7, 8, maybe 9 a.m. And you got to test it out, y'all. You got to test it for your audience. And in the evening, think about yourself or the typical person. When are they on social media? After dinner time. So you want to post like maybe 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the evening. Again, you want to play with it. So if you put something up, nobody's commenting, you're not getting any engagement, pull it down. Try it again later, especially if it's something good that you feel like you really want to make sure people see. So when you're using this sheet, what I'm telling you is plug it in on here. So Monday, you might think to yourself, all right, what do I want to start Monday morning with? And, Mondays are rough, especially getting back to school. So you might start Monday morning off with a vulnerability post. How are you feeling as a mom? How are you feeling about back to school? How are you feeling about summer being done? How are you feeling about it, like, dark now when you wake up in the morning? So you don't have to like exactly know what the post is. If you do and you have an idea, all the better. But plug in there what you're going to put so you know ahead of time what direction you're going in, and you're not overdoing the same type of post, that you're doing the different kinds. You're doing vulnerable, you're doing value, you're doing funny, you're doing product curiosity. And then in the evening, what are you going to do that Monday evening? And again, I didn't necessarily plug in on here, but engagement posts can fill in these blanks too. Engagement posts are going to be the ones where people are commenting away. Pumpkin spice or apple, whatever the other one was that Steph shared. Beach or pool, that type of thing. Those are just like quick ways to get your algorithm up, get people commenting, get you a way to like see who's seeing your stuff, and, go and create those conversations. So just some quick tips I wanted to pop in here. Definitely don't overthink it, but, make your life simple, right? Make it simple by on a Sunday, when your kids are like done for the day, showers are done, you're sitting there, pull out this sheet, make your own sheet. A notepad on my phone, notes. I'm constantly have things that I'm adding there that I'm like, okay, oh, that's a good idea. I want to do that. So like that way you're not pressured in the moment to come up with material. Another tip, listen, a lot of you are new. A lot of you might be ready to relaunch heading into Black Friday. So just take it a day at a time. Learn. There are so many tools and resources here for you. We're not trying to overwhelm you. We're just trying to streamline the process and make it easier for all of you, because we've tried different things and, we've gone out there and failed forward, right? So hopefully this is helpful for you. The recording will be here in the team page. I'm also going to upload it to the YouTube channel. If you didn't know this, most things I try to record and upload to our Hustlers YouTube channel so that they're all in one spot for you to easily access and, have at your disposal. So I love you guys. You're all amazing. And I try to keep things short and sweet because I know my own personal attention span is not super long. And we're all busy, right? We're trying to run a digital online business with kids and households and all the things. So love you. You're amazing. Go out and do all the things.